And here we have the narrative playthrough of Battle of Five Armies by ARES Games. The Dark Forces begin amassing. A fearful force surrounds the eastern spur. Reserves are being called up as another Dark Army force advances. The Dark Forces continue to surround the eastern spire. More elves are called up as the Dark Forces open up their attack on the eastern spire. And finally, the defensive preparations are broken down, and now their time is short. Much blood is spilled, and the eastern spur falls to the Dark Forces. And the army with the Great Orcs advances on Dale. The Shadow armies pause to lick their wounds, as the Free Peoples draw on more reinforcements. And more elves heed the call. Goblins are detected, massing in the hills. And Gandalf brings forces to the lower slope. Still, the goblins mass, and Gandalf arrives at the ruins of Dale with reinforcements, and Dark Forces combine on the eastern ford. The goblins continue to amass. The men of Dale are pulled back from the ford, and the goblins clamber over the top of the ridge. And Dane moves to protect the defenses on the eastern spur. Dark Forces cross over the ford and rush towards Dale. Dane falls back. The wargs attack the ruins of Dale. Bloody and overwhelmed, Gandalf and a few elves slip out of Dale as the very bloodied Dark Forces enter the town. No one can say Dale did not fall without a fight. Gandalf continues to fall back towards Ravenhill, and swift riders appear south of Dale, following the scent of blood. The eagles are massing. If things weren't dark enough, Bolg appears, along with his bodyguard and a few of their friends. Bolg moves out, surrounded by orcs. The howling of orcs can be heard up and down the valley. On the eastern spire, the goblins come racing down to threaten the dwarves in camp. The dwarves fall back to the front gate, and the goblins lay waste to the camp. And then the rest of the goblins fall out and attack the elves holding the fallen bridge. And all the goblins and the swirling bats were too much. The Free Peoples were wiped out to an elf, and the goblins had taken the fallen bridge. And with that, the battle is decided. Gandalf, Thranduil, and all the elves fade back into the woods. The dwarves clamber over the front gate and hide inside. That was a very good game.